Well, hello everybody. Rielious with you, the old man. Welcome Tuesday, but it's my beginning week of streaming. As I stated, we are doing Star Rapture, and we're going to be doing this all week, and I'm going to be showcasing this a little bit. This is early release. That means the game just came out. They released it early. So there's going to be a lot more content to be added as the developers game GMs produce thing now. The one plus side is, as you can see, I've got 4 characters. You can do a single player, or if you get some people together in a buddy type system, you can do a co-op, and it's pretty straightforward. You're just basically base building, and you're increasing your abilities to add stuff to your base. So I'm going to go with the soldier. Each one of them has a bio, by the way. You click on the bios down at the bottom. It tells you what their strengths are, what their characteristics and so forth, and their weaknesses. But we're going to do without all of that. We're just going to go straight into this guy right here. I'm going to do a soldier. It's created a new game for this. We are. Hold on, did I just? Yeah, I did. I did it without the tutorial, and I should have gone back to the tutorial. So we're going to go back and we're going to start that again. So give me a few minutes, and I'm going to fix this problem. Let's go back to the main menu. Let's quit that. Show you how we do all of that when we choose a game. Now the main menu, this is where you pick your world, so to speak. So we're going to go here. We're going to load. Okay, good. We haven't done anything. So we're going to go new game. We're going to not skip the tutorial. I want to go through the tutorial and show you where I OUS. Since I didn't do that, let's go ahead and use my main character name. And this starts us off in the dropship. And don't mind the AI in the game. It's got a little bit of sarcasm to it. Big sarcasm to it. So we're gonna get this. So we're gonna choose my soldier, and we're gonna go. It just gives you some of the basics of the game to do this tutorial, so it's worth it. So let's just get through it.
Please don't move. I want to run a holistic scan. Commencing holistic scan. Life vitals normal. Prisoner S8466. Welcome to the Argos program. Your adventure with the Claywood Corporation begins
this is a
right
penal
now.
colony type situation, so...
Hello, I am Gal,
co-op,
your Galactic Assistance Liaison. The Claywood Corporation would like to apologize for any inconvenience you may have experienced. You can now exit the lander and begin your introductory training.
S8466, reporting for duty.
Now, this guy's a soldier, so he's got a little bit of a... that soldier mentality type thing. You know, here to serve. Only, just listen to the narrative.
Welcome to Arcadia 7 in the Rupture system. The goal of this training is to teach you to effectively acquire and produce goods for our clients. However, we'll begin with something simpler. Arcadia is often bombarded by meteorites, which are rich in resources. You have been equipped with a tool to acquire them. Use it to extract what's most valuable in the meteorite.
Meteorite gives you a little bit of everything, and what I mean by everything, I'm talking about the three basic elements that you're going to be building with. That's what we're going to start out with. First, we're going to pick up some more titanium ore. We'll go get some... I am playing with a mod. One mod, which used to be formerly WeMod. Just to kind of get through this, kind of help you see what the game's all about. Now, if I ever get into a co-op situation, mod will not be playing. Helium-3 is very valuable, and you will be mining it at some point in time. Right now, we're just collecting it in small groups. Now this is, I know it looks like copper, but this is called wolfame. And so wolfame is, I guess, equivalent to copper, if you want to call it that. We need to build a core base, so we're going to go over here. Now, I am going to tell you now that you are in a limited work area, since this is the tutorial, but the barrier will come down and we will be able to play the entire map. And I'm trying to get myself into a good position to drop.
Good work. You'll need building materials to build the rest of the base. You can create them with the printer in your lander, but gather the necessary components first. Use the harvester to extract them, just like you did with the meteorite.
So we can achieve the tutorial goals.
Can I ask a question?
Of course. As your assistant, I will answer all of your questions.
Why did Claywood send someone with military experience to mine minerals?
The Claywood Corporation spares no expense to ensure its workers are safe during their mission.
I understand that, but wouldn't it make more sense to send someone who's familiar with workplace safety and broad survival skills? My expertise is limited mostly to combat.
We are aware. Mr. Claywood has carefully studied all of your histories. You will have a chance to prove your worth.
Alright, this is what we're going to be making. So the quickest way to do that is...
Everything's ready. Now, build the habitat that will
That's
protect
okay.
your sleeve from Arcadia's dangers. Remember that your body is also a Claywood corporate investment, so it would be good to create a comfortable place for it.
You need a shelter in this game, only because there are things that will happen in the game that will kind of require...
Come here.
That's food, by the way, that I'm collecting, and I'll show you that here. How does that all get into this in a bit? Alright, we've got our F, or the B key, is what brings up your building tool, which we're going to start doing right here. Put a door here. Oh shit, I keep doing that. Sorry, I got it wrong way, not the way I want it. We'll do that again, there we go. Much better. Door again.
Now that you have your shelter, build a printer inside it. That way, you will always have it nearby, thus optimizing your work.
No, we can't do those yet. You got a double jump ability, by the way, with a little bit of a cooldown, just so you know. Alright, we're going to build us a printer, which is this little guy right there.
Great. Now build a corporate terminal. That will allow you to complete assignments for different companies, which will in turn give you access to new buildings.
Like this, or the R key, which rotates everything. Or you can put it up against the wall like so. It doesn't matter. One halfway doesn't have the other. I'll hang this one just because it's different. Okay, and we're going to go over here. Here, our corporate. We're going to collect our first reward. Because we
The first reward was free, but you'll have to work for the next one. Send us some titanium.
How am I supposed to send what I've gathered back to Earth?
The same way you got here, but in reverse. Look up at the sky. Once you build an orbital cargo launcher, it will send supplies right through that rift. It will cover light years in seconds.
I guess that's the rift right there. I don't know. That's a rift. That's a nasty rift because it sends ugly stuff to you. Everybody's going to see it. That is definitely going to have some power, so we're going to put some power. Let's rotate it so it's facing the sun. I use these as walkways, and they're also connectors. Excuse me. Choking on my own spit. If you notice the little blue squares in the middle and all the little lights right here, that lets you know that everything power's working. So that's a good thing to see. So we want definite power. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take that one out. I like building somewhat of a bridge. Because if I go down, I'll show you. I got stuck down there. I loaded into the game one day. And I was like writing, I couldn't get out of it. So I reloaded, couldn't get out of it. So I had to go back to an earlier save. So I use these things as a kind of like a skateboard. So I can get in between them. I put the tubes that we're going to be putting in that sends everything into space. And this is now all powered in, so it wants us. It wants us to send it resource, so we're going to send it 20 of those. And I don't have any in my inventory, so we're going to go back and add on a node. And these things are all over the map, by the way. There's one right there. So you got 3 of the titanium, and then the wolfram is like all over here in the back. And then there's another one which is calcium. I'll show you that stuff. Calcium will come into play a little bit later. The nice thing about it is we'll be able to put these things up more, which expands the base.
As soon as we get the package, your reputation will increase, which will unlock new schematics for you.
And that's all we're doing is we're loading this thing up. We're going to be doing some discovery, but we're loading these things up, sending our material off to the corporations. That'll be a total of 5. We've explored a good chunk of it.
The shipment has arrived.
And
You've
on-
just
on
proven
other
you're
characters
useful,
that I have.
which means the corporation trusts you a
But
little bit more.
We'll get to this.
You've acquired new schematics. Go ahead, claim your reward.
There's all that. Now, that's ore extractor, and then these are railings to get everything to them.
We've just unlocked new building schematics for you. Can you guess what they're for?
I assume they are industrial machines, making the mission easier somehow.
And how would they do that?
In any way you decide, you're the one giving orders here. I assume I'll find out in a second.
We'll automate the production process.
Alright, we're going to automate everything, right. So this is where I drop my first extractor. And I always go for the big one in the back. I don't know why. And then work my way from left to right, like a book. Now the neat thing about it is instead of putting more, we'll have to put more power sources in because you're only, the more equipment you add, more it draws power. So here's my extractor. I can't see right. Bingo. Is this the way I want it? No, this way. There we go. Alright, we got it in. Now, how do I get power? Well, you can put a generator here or, solar panels in. But because I've got solar panels in way over there, and when I add these things will also be used and convey as a power source in between my base and you're going to be adjusting these things quite often. As you grow, your needs are going to change in what you're going to establish and get transferred into these, I guess rocket pods, I don't know, launchers.
Now that the raw materials are being extracted automatically, you'll have more time to build out your base.
I have a question. Why didn't you install all available building schematics for me from the start? That would speed up my work even more.
All of the machines made available to you during your mission are delicate and extremely expensive. They are also bound by NDAs and patents. None of the companies working with the Claywood Corporation have granted permission to give you everything right away. You need to prove you are worthy of using the more advanced equipment.
But I already signed the NDA.
This will be best explained by the words of Annika Fisher, the CEO of Future Health Solutions.